not exactly what I wanted. Evil, evil. And a huge shout out to, how do we say, my good friend Lay Monster for conducting such a good piece of music and stuff. So. How do I say it? Is that, due to the recent events with, Vic Mignogna and all that jazz and everything, I wanted to vent a little bit about that. And yeah, I'm messing around with OBS or OBS just so that I can get the right picture, but I figure right now, as what is going on right now, is that I am very much with Ruben Langdon that came out to side with Vic, which I'm not in it for Well, to be honest, I got involved right around that time when Ruben decided to defend Vic. And it's like, okay, they've attacked Devil May Cry 5 for whatever reason, and yeah, that's how I decided to get involved in this. And plus, the people on woke Twitter, oh my god. And also, it's only thanks to Go Show Zen that I want to keep doing what Go Show was doing for our side, for IStandwithVic. And of course, the critics said that both sides of both Kick Vic and IStandwithVic are wrong. Granted, they might be right, but at the same time, that is a man's career, and I've had the privilege of meeting Vic more than once on separate occasions. Like, for every SakuraCon I went to, and I loved every one that I went to. And of course, back in 2012 was when I met Steve Bloom, and that was like the best SakuraCon ever. But anyway, getting to the task at hand is that I figure I'd be doing more podcasts again of the Pedestal of Shame. Of course, I have one exception to that rule. The rule is that if Vic loses, I won't do the Pedestal of Shame for the Funimation side of things. And I won't roast Ron Soye, of all places. I won't roast him at all. But, yeah, it doesn't sit well with me at all. I mean, watching that Anime News Network podcast, it's like, I watched the whole thing. And of course, not relating to, I did watch how Vic defend himself against Anime's News Network, but it kind of did a lot of foreshadowing looking back on it now. And did Vic kind of predict his own fate? That this was going to happen eventually? But I'm starting to think I know who could possibly be those people at the panels that he was talking about. It could have been Chris Sabat, could have been anybody else at Funimation that are constantly trying to not get him invited to cons and whatnot. I don't see, and of course this could be me rambling, but at the same time, when it comes to Chambers of Heart, and nobody really likes her now, but I actually liked what she was doing for the movement. And this is my piece, or my centerpiece, or me putting it on blast for everybody to know. Who knows? I might delete this video, depending. But at the same time, I am trying my hardest and that's right, I'll be doing a celebration video of reaching 176 or 175. But anyway, is that I am not here for full-on rage or pure-on toxicity in the fandom, but it's been a real dying and crying shame on what has happened ever since that Broly movie got released. And it's like, why are they just being crazy and trying to get rid of a man that they're so jealous of after, 20 to 22 years of working with Vic? You're all acting like a bunch of children. It's ridiculous. And like, I've shook Vic's hand on more than one occasion. For every time that I've always showed up to be in his line to get his autograph. And Vic is very logical and seems like a very good man. Of course, for months before Ruben got even involved in this, I had a hard time staying neutral because my anger was just going up and up, and whatever redeemable amount of respect I've had for these voice actors, like Sean Schimmel, Monica Riel, Jamie Markey, Chris Sabat, Josh Martin, and all these other people that... Oh, and that's right. Amanda Winley is at the very top of very despicable and very deplorable people I absolutely despise, for the matter, because I saw what happened on Twitter. Do you think I'm gonna lend a blind eye? In fact, I absolutely feel sorry for that poor girl that got her account blocked and deleted. So I'm just waiting for... whatever her name happened to be. But it's like, you just intentionally made a poor girl a victim of your vicious tirade of ranting on Twitter. When she pointed out the facts that if what Amanda Wynn Lee was talking about, or Amanda Lee for short, or just Amanda, what she was talking about was just baseless conjecture of what Jamie and Monica were spewing. And let's see here. I found out on Kiwi Farms that, as well as that, besides that, on Kiwi Farms, I found out something about Stephanie Nadolny, which I didn't seem to see, but it was related to Vic's ex-fiance or ex-wife, Michelle, on Facebook, which, that's interesting. But of course, I'm no different since I'm taking up the mantle of Ghost Shell's job is dinking around, making screenshots and basically sharing it out to the good people like Senpai is Home, or Sen on Twitter. And Dragon Bay Z, Emish, Hero Hey, and Sammy, or SMSG Sammy, or if I got that right. Oh wait, it's SMG Sammy. My bad. Sorry for butchering your YouTube name, my man. But I follow them on Twitter. I try to keep on close contact with them, but we're just the new generation of cyberpunks that rise up to the occasion and fight injustice and corruption every day of our lives. And it has a nice ring to it. And, yeah. The more I think about it is that I really want Vic to win. No matter how bleak the situation looks like, I want Vic to win. And it's only thanks to Nick in the past, 3 months that I started watching his stuff. And as soon as Sin was talking about he was done with the whole movement, but instead Sin decided that he's not done yet. And if you look at that video about why what Stand with Vic meant to him, kind of means the same thing to me. And how it's related to me, or how I feel, is that I've been wrongly accused of past things in my whole life. Like, I've been called a stalker before, been called creepy and all of that. And just to dig down deeper, it's like I'm dealing with the fact that my grandmother passed away in November. She was 93, had dementia and Alzheimer's. And it's been tough. And ever since that Broly movie came out January 16th, it's like, wow, you kick Vic people at the Funimation side of things. It's like, wow, you're all acting like self-entitled little children and acting like this is third grade drama. And it's like, can we just not do that? And the very fact for me is that it's nothing sacred in the world anymore. It's like, come on. I'm still grieving over the loss of my grandmother. Could I at least have something that was somewhat my coping mechanism? I mean, believe me, I've had the hardest time even trying to watch Funimation anime on Toonami on Saturday nights. I find it a chore just to watch it now. Ever since this thing has been going on for 3 months. And it was at the very end of January and at the very beginning of February is when Monica went on those tirade binges on Twitter, just nonstop, and yeah, I was the first one to see about, I will not be harassed tonight, landline security and da-da-da-da, and local law enforcement has been notified, and documented, so it's like, yeah, I've been a part of that whole backlash. I mean, it was right around January I started to follow Monica, and I followed Chris Sabat and Sean Schimmel 2 years prior, just as I made my Twitter account. And of course, if nobody knew about my Koji Light Twitter account that I made under a different email address that got locked, just to point out that Sean Schimmel is an asshole for mocking Vic, just for mocking Vic. It's like, way to act real mature, Sean. And there was a kid, or a guy, that is positively neutral, but it's like, at the same time, he isn't really kicking for anyone, but it's like, at SakuraCon, we had two of the most controversial people a part of the Kick Vic movement, and it's like, are you kidding me? SakuraCon was my safe haven to go to meet new people and get an autograph. Of course, I openly admit that I follow both Monica, which I stated, I follow Monica Real on Twitter, and her fiance Ron, and oh my god. And there's a distinct reason why I'm doing that, is that anything that Ron says or Monica says about Vic, I am definitely making a screenshot of that and reporting it to Amish and, Nick Ricada. Of course, it would be a lot more efficient if Go Show was still around. He was like the go-to person, or, sorry if I'm guessing your gender, but I don't mean anything like by that, but for Go Show, would have made this process a lot easier than me having to do it all. Because when it comes to two informants are better than one after all, and Go Show was probably the best one for the job. But I've been severely lacking in that. Oh, excuse me. In that department. And stuff. And, yeah, I've been sniffing around Beth Elderkin's Twitter account too, just so that I can get any hot, spicy, juicy details about Vic. But it's like, for me, I've been watching Deep Humor, and he's not wrong. He has very good, how do we say, common sense and logic. And it's all petty bullshit to me, because why would it's probably because that number one detail from 2013 about that ANN podcast interview with Vic. It's probably because they needed a plan to basically uninvite Vic from attending any sort of anime conventions, just to get rid of this huge amount of paychecks, just so that he can pay the bills. But it's like, yeah, that's wrong. How can you people be alright with that? And of course, not only that, what really spoke to me, why I chose to be with Vic, or to stand and walk with him, is because I watched Willow's video, and she's right. Kick Vic needs to cease and desist, and all that. And I side mostly with Willow's point of view, and just mainly that. For a good reason. Because she's a part of the fandom, and for me, is that I like to avoid the fandom's toxicity, but I'm sort of engrossed in it, having to defend Vic's career and being a voice for him when he can't even speak, but he defends himself very well on Twitter. But believe me, when you're the spy and the informant, you really want to get as much information as you possibly can. And you want to do whatever you can against the accusers that do the wrongdoings. More importantly, the people that's the head founders or the head people that started KickVic, fuck you, Kaylin Mars girl. Literally, fuck you to hell. And here comes my rage part of the rant. And the thing is, and you too, Hanlea, both of you are terrible people. You fucked up and made false accusations. And you just got Funimation, oh hey, let's back these two up and fuck them up. Oh, and for all you thought players out there that is a part of the KickVic movement, fuck you too. Because you people, it's like, wow, that's just playing ignorant and just being childish. So, Mars Girl, or otherwise, if you watch Nick Rekieta's stream at Rekieta Law on YouTube, yeah, I call Mars Girl Kaylin Saucedo fucking SARS Girl, who, yeah, I'd stay away from her SARS because it's a very bad disease. And Hanlea, you are trash. But the biggest part of it is that when it comes to Tatum, J. Michael Tatum, fuck you for being a part of the whole social conspiracy or civil conspiracy for being #KickVic. And fuck you, Monica Riel, and fuck you, Ron Rael. That's right. And there's a reason why there's this hashtag going around on Twitter, Ron, is you are Monica's hashtag Monica's little bitch. Because you do everything Monica tells you to do, and you do exactly everything Chris tells you to do. How do I say it? Monica played Chaozu in Dragon Ball Z after the Ocean dub. So, how do I say it? Vic is probably going to recover from that explosion unscathed, and then Vic is going to make out what Ron is doing as Bing Tien. Yeah, goodbye, friend. Time to get eviscerated like Nappa's main move to get rid of Tien, so... yeah. Chaozu blew himself up in a kamikaze-like fashion and wasn't strong enough to get rid of Nappa. And Tien was the second one, so Monica is going down, Ron is going down hard. And there's a distinct reason why I haven't even attacked them yet on Twitter. It's because I don't want to risk my accounts getting blocked or suspended for harassing these people. Not only that, I made some pretty good friends on Twitter, but KickVic, #KickVic, fuck you in your movement, because I hope you have good insurance, because it's not looking so good for you and you're on your last leg. And what else? We're coming up to the final round and to the end game, so better ante up, because, oh, believe me, it's so much fun. And what else is there? As Nick likes to refer to you guys as weasels, it's like, Funimation is the den of snakes. So don't compare the snakes to weasels. They're nothing more but snakes that need to get their heads chopped off. Oh, and another thing. With my raw emotions sky high and I hate my part-time job for being a host at a restaurant, here's the main line. Is that I have a pretty nasty temper and I have a very vicious right hook. And for anyone on the kickvic that is pro kickvic, I am not afraid to fight you in the streets. We can debate this civilly, but if you're going to antagonize IStandwithVic, we're going to scrap. Because what do you guys got? You got Shane, you got Ron, you got Monica, and all these other deplorable people. Kind of like how Trump supporters from 2016 were deplorables. These people are deplorable. Literally. So many voice actors went down and now it's like, yeah, I don't want anything to do with you people. I don't even want your autograph anymore. Because you civilly wronged a man and went after his wallet, and then you had us fans having to pay for his, oh wait, never mind. We have to support his, GoFundMe page just so that he has a good law team. But there's nothing wrong with that. I actually have plans to donate and stuff. Because, well, I like Vic and I want Vic to win. Which, the case seems good, but I wonder what's going to go through discovery and all the steps of cross-examining every, empirical evidence and all through due process, because I believe in that. But one thing is for sure. I might be the informant in a small YouTube, small Mixer channel, and also a small Twitch channel. Doesn't mean I have my hobbies and what I like too and what I'm passionate about, but the man shouldn't be attacked for his spiritual beliefs or what he's so overly passionate about. Much less, Vic should be able to attend cons. But and here's the thing. If you cannot back up what you're preaching to us, like Nick said, if you can't back it up, shut the hell up. It'll save your life and a lot of time. Of course, the more I think about it, the voice actors on kickvic really need to think about what they've done and actually, hey, turn yourselves in, or go with IStandwithVic and stuff. And what else? Here's a famous quote from Helsing from Jan Valentine. For hashtag kickvic, I would start going into the corner of that conference room and start praying to your impotent God, or start literally pissing yourselves, or you can just quit while you're ahead. No, I am not saying that on YouTube, just by the way. Or just go out the old-fashioned self and just end yourself, but no, I wouldn't go with that. But I like to think, with this whole thing going on right now, I made some good friends with the movement of IStandwithVic. Of course, on Facebook, I'm friends with Ruben Langdon. But I wanted to get some answers about this one little thing. I asked Ruben what those haters were saying and everything. Or rather, what the critics were saying about Devil May Cry and what they were saying about Vic and all that. But I've been rambling long enough, but And that'd be Black Cat, Small Tummy Wonderful, or Bushido Blade 12, signing out. And until then, hope you have a good hump day and everything, and good rest of the week. Get outside and enjoy the nice weather, because it's pretty nice outside. But until then, peace.